Hi everyone, welcome back to Della Debt Payoff. In today's video, we're going to be going over the September 2025 debt update. This is our third month of going through our debt payoff journey, tracking this in July 2025, so you can check out that previous video. We also have went over the August 2025 debt update, and now that September's over, we're going through the September 2025 debt payoff update. We're currently paying off 2 vehicle loans, 4 student loans, and our mortgage. So starting off, let's see how I set this up last month. Debt balance payment amount. Debt balance monthly payment due, that's what that stands for, payment, and the actual payment amount here. So starting off for the debt, we have my Honda CR-V. We'll just put Honda. So to end out the month of September, the balance on that loan was $3,945.39. Check this. Yep, you all can see. Monthly payment that is due on that loan is $343.23. And the actual payment amount was $450 that we made. So we paid well over $100 of the monthly payment that was due. Next up is my husband's Chevy. The balance for that ended for the month of September at $30,366.80. Monthly payment for that loan is $553.68, and we paid an even $570. Next up is his first student loan, and that balance for the month of September ended at $3,874.63. And like I've mentioned previously, he is currently enrolled in the SAVE plan, which is in litigation, so these loans are in forbearance, with 0 monthly payment due, but interest is accruing. So the zero is the monthly payment amount, and we actually paid $500 towards this loan. Next, we have student loan number 2. That ended for the month of September at $12,963.91. $0 payment due, and we paid $0. If you have seen my previous videos, you might notice this balance went down from last month's balance. That is because my husband's employer has a program where they pay towards employees' student loans of $250 a month. And since these are in forbearance, that is paid directly to the highest interest rate loan, which is the second one, and it is at 6.6%. And you're probably thinking, you should be paying towards that loan because it's the highest, and you would be right. But we want to pay this first one off, and then we're going to really go in hard on student loan number 2. Student loan number 3, that amount ended at the month of September of $20,686.91. $0 payment and no payment paid. And then his final loan, 4, that ended the month of September at $19,387 $49, $0 payment, $0 actuals. Next is our first mortgage. Check out the July video to see why we have 2 loan accounts for our home. It's basically so we don't have to pay PMI, monthly payments. Okay, student loan or mortgage loan number 1 ended at $79,896.18. That monthly payment is $449.61, and we paid $478. If you notice, we like to make even payments amounts. Mortgage number 2, that balance ended at $175,417.55. That monthly payment is $1,103.88. That is just principal and interest. That's not our escrow for our property taxes and insurance. And so the actual payment amount that we made is $1,140.32. That's because the escrow is also has a balance for cents. So the total amount paid that we pay to the bank is an even number. So let's add up the balances at the end of September for a total debt due of $346,538.86. Monthly payment of debt due $2,450.40. The actual amount that we paid $3,138.32. So last month's ending August, our debt due, total debt outstanding was $348,278.48. So now it's $346,538.86. And we paid our debt down by $1,739.62. So that's a pretty big jump from what we paid off in August, down from July. Most of that is due to us starting to pay on my husband's student loans for this $500 here. Let's take a look at just our car loan balances for the Honda and the Chevy. That balance is $34,312.19. And I have talked about a goal that we have. We want to end 2025 with less than $90,000 in consumer and student loan debt. So then for September, that balance for Honda, Chevy, all 4 student loans is $91,225.13. So about a little over $1,200 to go to pay off to reach this goal of $90K. So we've got October, November, December to do that. I definitely think that's going to be possible as long as no major life catastrophes, no curveballs our way. I really think that's going to be doable. Oh, and our car loans, that takes up 9.9% of our current debt, which last month was 10% of our debt. So now we're below 10%, but still pretty high at 9.9. I know some people think mortgage loan debt is considered good debt. I think so too, but it's still debt that we owe, and it's still pretty shocking to see how much we owe. Well, going back to July, just to start off from this journey when we began, we owed $349,476.40, and we had not been paying on his student loans for probably about a year. When they were 0 interest, we weren't paying on them, and my husband's work was paying on the highest interest rate loan, so we were feeling good that overall we were making progress while we prioritized other things in our lives. And now just looking at where we want our future to be, what we want our future to look like, it's more of a goal to get these paid down. Oh, and just so for comparing the actual amount that we paid compared to the payments due, we've paid an additional $687.92. Yeah, I think October is going to be really good for us since we do receive 3 paychecks in the month. It's super exciting. That's the month that hopefully will pay off most of this Honda loan and just get that done and forget about it and just own that car outright. It'll be a big month towards student loan payments. And then hopefully in November, this Honda payment is gone and we'll start increasing the amount that we're paying on the Chevy loan. It's a long-term loan that we got on this. So ideally, we'd like to pay it off at least a year earlier than the loan is for. Oh, and also for my Honda, I got this loan in April/May of 2022. And so it's projected to be paid off in probably just November 2025. So we've paid it off, gosh, how many? 17 months early? 17 months earlier than the loan itself, which I think is pretty good. Yeah, 17 months early, so over a year, almost a year and a half sooner than the life of the loan. Pretty exciting stuff. It feels good to see some of our work paying off. And I hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if you're starting out similar debt payoff journey. Always looking for inspiration. I'm sure we could be tackling this a little differently. This is just the way that we've decided to do it. And we're excited to see where this goes. Thanks for watching.